Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We're here with another Lions War video, and this is going to be the season opening for Season 57, which at this point has been done for almost 3 weeks. And at the time I was recording my opening, it was like a day before my rewards expired because I just didn't claim them. And yeah, so we're going to be claiming them here. This recording was obviously from a week ago, but I have time to record it now, trying to catch up by hopefully like War 4 I'll be caught up, because I'm probably going to just post one video a day until I'm caught up. And because I have 2 accounts in Tier 1, I don't have to like make a war video every 2 wars or something like that, just because like an 8-minute war video, not the worst thing in the world. It's not terrible. So yeah. A lot of this stuff, they just have a lot of catalysts. I mean, they're useful because especially Tier 5 catalysts have been, like, very needed recently. So, I think we have some crystals open. I believe we have some 7 stars to pop on this account. So, what we're going to do is we are going to do this opening while I talk about my stats. And then we are going to be also looking at some awards at the end of this. But we did not make Masters this season. We did end in Platinum 1, rank 3, so 23rd rank overall, which sucks because had I placed Masters, it would have been my 20th, and I would have gotten a new title. But we'll just work on getting that next season because, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. I had a fantastic season. But yeah, we are going to end with a record of 5-7, which is a little bit unfortunate, because one more win 100% would have gotten us in Masters, but like, what are you going to do, right? We keep losing 1-2 death wars the whole season. We are the only ones to blame. And I had a total of 1 death this season, which was on my alt account in war number 12 on my second last fight of the entire season. I died. My main, however, did get a deathless season, so I soloed 62 out of 62 fights, or 100% solo rate for a deathless season, which does mark my 4th deathless season ever, and the first deathless season in 15 seasons, because previous to this, my last one was in season 42. Since then, I've had like 4 seasons where I've ended with 1 death, but yeah, it is nice to finally get the deathless season after missing it for so long. Here we did a 4 pop of 7 stars on my alt and got 4 brand new champions. The chances of getting that must be like astronomically low, so that's pretty crazy. But my alt account soloed 93 out of 94 fights, so almost a deathless season, but not quite, which is exactly 99%. It's like 98.9 something, I don't know. So I sold 99% of my fights on my main, on my alt, and then overall when you add them together, I soloed 155 out of 156 fights this season, which is 99.4%. So had I taken, I think, 10 more fights or 11 more fights, I would have actually rounded up to 100. But obviously I took enough fights. Like, that was clearly not the issue. And unfortunately, because I died in War 12, we are not going to go into next season with a very nice deathless streak. We are only at a deathless streak of 1. If you are curious when the deathless streak ended, I was at a 162 fight deathless streak, which marks the 2nd highest streak I've ever had. But you know, it sucks, but like I'm still proud of the way that I played last season, and even the season before was a pretty good season. So yeah, deathless streak of 1 heading into next season. We do have a 63 fight deathless streak on my main that is still active, and a 1 fight streak on my alt, which sucks, but whatever. And I have a I had a 107 fight deathless streak before that death to Sentinel in war number 12. But yeah, I was still very happy with the season overall. My 1 death was to an ability I didn't know existed. You know, I've been fighting Sentinel so much with Hood that I was just unaware that on that very specific node, it would just be an absolute nightmare. He gains increased ability accuracy on Shock and Incinerate, and it does not specify his own Shock and Incinerate. So if he's on Shock and Incinerate Hazard Shift, the Hazard Shift gets increase. I didn't know that. Had I known that, I would have sent Prowler, because he's half immune and he deals with Sentinel by just by draining the power, so his personal power reserve mechanic doesn't really do anything, and it also works also works well for the end of the fight with his arm reps, because you only need to bait one special attack during the phase where he's power gaining instead of multiple with other champions, because you'll just power drain the rest of it and power lock them for a few seconds. And it would have been an easy fight, but I didn't know that Sentinel could take it because I'm a big dum-dum. And had that ability not existed, I would have gotten a Deathless season. But it's my fault. At the end of the day, I didn't make like a huge mistake in the fight. I didn't get hit a single time, and I just died to Hazard Shift because it was getting increased by his abilities. 100% on me. Just me being dumb. It's an ability I didn't know. I now know. Also, you'll notice on my main account here, which I don't know why I didn't flip it, because I usually show everything from my main account first. You'll notice I'm not opening 7 stars. I'm saving my 7 stars to do an opening when the Titan crystal changes. Because I have a bunch of Titans and some basics. What was this? Juggernaut, for some reason, didn't show up. That was really weird. But I think that was the first time... Oh, no, it wasn't. It was the second time, dude. But not the worst thing in the world. Sigs on 6-star relics obviously help a lot with prestige. But I think that's basically it. I think we're going to find like one more crystal to pop open. Maybe. There, Valiant crystals. Sure, why not? Let's open those. 2 5-stars, wonderful. But I mostly just want to get to the awards here, because My Alliance AOH, we do awards every season for like Deathless seasons, for Alliance MVP, BG MVP, who took the most bosses, who took the most mini bosses, who had the most defensive kills and all that stuff. And also we do best BG, and this season BG1 did win, so that's cool. Here I got boss killer. So I had like 4 bosses this season, I think. Here was the Deathless award for my main account. This was the mini boss award for whoever sold the most mini bosses, which was me. And then here, this is the overall Alliance MVP, and I did receive the award for the Alliance MVP. I had the most fights, and I also only had 1 death. There was only 1 player in the entire Alliance that got a Deathless season last season, and it was me. It was my main account. However, my alt account, Intercept, is the one that is getting the MVP, because obviously you probably value a player that solos 93 out of 94 of their fights more than a player that solos 62 out of 62, especially when the main account is... The 62 fight account is like a Path Demon who takes 1 mini a war, and the other is one that does 8 to 9 fights per war, right? So we have a system where deaths offset a certain number of attacker kills. I don't know exactly what the system is. I just know that I did win Alliance MVP for this season. Grass, the YouTuber, he was the MVP the last 2 seasons, so it was kind of a running joke throughout the season that someone was going to dethrone him, and it ended up being me, so that's awesome. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna be making war videos for next season. However, it's gonna be a little bit different because stats are really wonky to track for that season, and I'm not really enjoying it so far. I'm playing well, and I have good quality stuff to upload. I'm just not really enjoying it. So I don't know how this channel is going to look if they change Alliance War permanently to be like that. I definitely don't think that's a good idea, and I don't think they should do it. And it would probably make me quit the game overall, like completely. But I'm not 100% decided on anything, so we'll just leave it at that. That is going to be it, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.